In this video, we will be talking about the process of renting a property, starting from you searching the desired rental property to actually moving into that property. What's up everybody, welcome to VC. My name is Vincent.
And I'm Chloe. So sometimes buying a house is a very heavy investment, as we all know, since once you sign the SMP, the sales and purchase agreement, and the loan agreement, you will be carrying this commitment for a number of years, 30 years, 35 years. So in this generation, millennials nowadays prefer renting over purchasing a home, as it provides them different benefits for them, especially for those who are still hustling and working.
Yep. So regardless of what your reason is, whether you start to considering to rent or purchasing a property, this video is for you. So back to what we were saying just now, if you can't purchase a property yet or you are not ready to do so, the next best thing for you is of course rent a place to stay while you are saving up to buy your dream home one day.
Yep, we recently just moved into our rental property, so we want to share with you our experience. First step you gotta do is decide whether you want to do it yourself, DIY, or actually appointing a property agent to do so.
Yep, in our opinion, we would of course recommend you to appoint a property agent to do so. Not because we are property agent as well, but it's to save up the hassle for you. Searching and scouting for a rental property is as hard as searching for a property to purchase.
Yep, exactly. There are many things to consider, such as what's your budget, your preferred location, how many bedrooms that you're looking for, or even your furnishing level, whether you're looking for a fully furnished property or even partially furnished property.
Yep, so imagine you were to do it yourself for this process, right?
Yeah.
You are not quite sure what you're gonna go through and not sure what you're going to look for, and you have to deal with so many agents or so many owners. Am I right? So for the negotiation and scheduling for an appointment is kind of hassle. So it's better for you to leave the job to a property agent, as this is our professionalism to help you to find a suitable home. Usually the property agent will send you some photos of the property that would be suiting your criteria.
Yep, now after you search for the rental property based on your preferred location, your desired furnishing, and everything else, what you gotta do now is view the property.
Yep, let your agent know which property you would want to view and they will arrange the viewing for you accordingly to the available time. Make sure that your agent knows also on your moving day whether you want to rent it through a personal lease or corporate lease, and also how long you want to rent the property.
Not to forget, remember to check on the defects of the property too when you're close to deciding which unit you're going for. In our experience, we went to view quite a number of units in the property that we were interested in. So during the viewing, some units had some defects such as water leakage on ceilings, wall cracks, walls being moldy. Some even had termite issues. So of course, tell the agent or the owner about it, or maybe you can just cut the unit off your list.
Yep, during the viewing, when you decide to select the property, start to negotiate with the owner on the rental price, whether you want to request some items or have some defects to fix. Usually for us, we will help the client to do the negotiation and find a balance where both parties meets. For the tenant and the owner will agree on.
Yep, now congratulations, your owner and you have came to an agreement after negotiating some of the things. In our case, we negotiated for a cheaper price and also asked for a new washing machine, since the washing machine model was probably about 10 years old, right?
I don't know whether 10 years or 20 years, it's pretty long. It's like white become yellow. You get what I mean, right? Yeah, the next thing we'll do is signing the confirmation letter, or some will call it the offer letter to rent. Here you will also place something called a booking fee, or known as the earnest deposit. The earnest deposit will contain your first month of rental fee and also the fees for the tenancy agreement and also the stamping for the tenancy agreement done by Lembaga Hasil, LHDN. After the property is booked by you, the agent will arrange the cleaning with the owner for the property.
You clean house, yay!
Yep, but we still clean our house afterwards, because you can't expect the cleaner to like deep cleansing in every single tiny spots.
Yep.
Yeah, but as long as the house is livable, I think that should be it.
So do take note that if you're renting an unfurnished unit or maybe a partially furnished unit, which takes some time for you to move your furniture in, try to request for a few days to move in your items. Some cases, if your property is fully furnished, they will assume that you will be moving straight in. So this is an exception for you to request for a moving in period.
Yep, just a while ago we talked to you about paying the fees for the tenant tenancy agreement and the stamping fee for it. So technically, this agreement will cover some of the terms and conditions on the rental, it will including the owner's information, the property's information, your information, and also some general rules.
Yep, so when the tenancy agreement is prepared, the agent will contact you to get it signed. Or in some cases, like ours, we signed our tenancy agreement during the handover keys.
After you sign a tenancy agreement, the agent will pass it to the company and to get it stamped by Lembaga Hasil LHDN to make sure this agreement is legal. That's when you will receive a certificate for it. Upon your handover key or days before, you will have to settle the balance deposit, which will be usually including 2 months of rental deposit and usually your utility deposit for your electric and also your water bill.
Yep, so the total upfront cost that you're paying for a rental property is usually 3.5 months of the rental price. The fee for the tenancy agreement will be around a few hundreds depending on the price of your rental property, which won't be too much.
Yeah, it won't be too much. Finally, the part has come when you are going to receive your keys for your rental home. During the handover keys, usually the agent will go through a list of inventory with you, whether what items are included in the property itself. Remember that the meter for the electric and also the water will be listed down too, just in case you need it in the future.
Yep, so if the property have any defects before that the owner promised to make repairs on, remember to check on that too if it is properly fixed.
Yeah, now congratulations once again because you can finally move into your rental property.
But hold on, wait a minute. There's this last step that many people don't exactly take note of, which is check on the problems on the appliances that is provided in the unit too. This is of course to make sure that things are working, but also you don't want the owner to blame you on a faulty appliance when it is already broken when you just moved in.
Yep, so even if you do not need that 10 years old oven, just let the owner know that it's broken, but you don't have to fix it.
Yeah, you don't need it fixed.
Yeah, you don't need it fixed. At least you did tell them about it. Yeah, at least. The reason why we didn't include this step during the handover keys is because you can't directly check the problem. It's there, right?
Yeah. Exactly. So let's say the air conditioner was working fine when you and the agent checked it during the handover keys, but then about 2 nights of having it turned on, it started leaking. So in this case, you could let the owner know about it.
Yep, and for us personally, we always ask the owner when is their last service on the air conditioners because it's pretty normal for units to have like air conditioning to have at least an annual service.
Yep, exactly. So that's about it for the process of renting your property. If you do come across one day when you need to rent a property, make sure to ask about the fees, as sometimes it would be a bit different according to the owner's request. Ask about the other deposits too, maybe how many parkings are included, and do you need deposit for a parking space, or do you need to rent the parking space even?
Yeah, maybe also ask if the rental includes the water or electricity bill, or even the maintenance, because you would never know when the owner just market the price so cheap to attract tenants, but in the end of the day,
Like one of my client, when she was gonna move out of that property, then the owner tells her that she did not pay for the maintenance fee. So her monthly maintenance fee was about 250 ringgit. Now imagine 250 ringgit multiplied by 12 months, and she suddenly had to pay that. That's a big amount of money.
Yeah, get this all clear before you actually make the decision. Of course, renting a property means that you can just leave anytime you want. When the tenancy ends, do make sure that you understand all of the clause to protect yourself as a tenant.
Yep. Overall, it was an amazing experience for us in renting a property. Definitely, it was so exciting. You know, like we were, new house,
new place.
We think that it gives us so much flexibility since we're still hustling, working, which also means that we can just move to another place after a year or two.
New house again.
Yep,
that's all from us today. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, do give us a like and consider subscribing, as we post a lot of property related content in this channel. Do join the VC family, and we will see you
in the next video.
Ciao.